Hello and a very good morning to everyone. My name is Nurul Izzah binti MARZUKI. My metric card ID number is A22A0466 and I'm from University Malaysia Kelantan UMK. So today I'll be present my assignment from text 1 called 10 things that you should never do when starting a new job. In my opinion, the possible title for this tag is we all should be careful when starting a new job at a new place. So firstly, why do you think I chose this test? This is because this topic is a very serious issue nowadays and it catch my attention the most. Why? Because whenever we go, manner is the most important thing and the new worker should be taken note about this more serious as it could give us a good impression of ourselves. Now, shall we look at the main idea of this article? The main idea is to have more manners and common sense when starting a new job. In second paragraph, the author stated the most important thing, which is being on time. This has been taught since we are in first grade, so it will not be too hard to miss this one. Other than that, the author also stated about how we should be consult to the hiring manager first about acceptable outfit for your new workplace so that you can be more presentable to another coworkers. In a new environment, you might be a little clueless on what to do first, so it's understandable that you may need help from others on the first few weeks. However, take note that you shouldn't ask for it often. Instead, prove to everyone that you can do the work yourself. Next, let's take a look at the key part in this article. The author actually highlights that a great mindset set us to be a good worker. How? In the article, all the points that stated by the author were about how we are supposed to behave to get a good impression from the others. It can be seen in paragraph 2, 3, 4, 6 and 7. It's all about a great attitude that you will show so that you can do the job very well. And who knows, you might become a great example and get a promotion on higher position as long as you maintain a good behavior. The intended viewer for this article is for all the people who are just recently get a new job, especially for the teenagers and new adults. Let's move on to the next part. How does the author generate interest in the argument? This can be found in paragraph 6, where first, the author says it's fine to have some guidance and asking for assistance to do a job. However, the author also stated to believe in yourself and try to prove that you can do it on your own. The author also convinced the readers to be extra cautious because it takes time to really understand and learn the job. Plus, there will always be some times that you don't know how to do it right. So don't lie and just tell the truth so that they can help you. Is the evidence in the text convincing? For me, it's a yes. In this article, the author did anticipate opposing views, which is, at first, it takes time to learn your job, but over time, you can make suggestions as situations arise, and as your input and expertise is called upon. The author also countered them by saying don't expect more money until you have worked long enough to prove your value to the employer. And lastly, is the author reasoning sound? Absolutely. The author presents sufficient explanation to support the argument throughout the article. Well, that's all my review for this text. But before ending my video here, I would like to relate the idea of the text with my own experience where I have felt working under people before as a cashier at a restaurant. It was a good and challenging experience, which I will never forget. It sure has up and down, but it has taught me a lot of things. How important is the information in the text to you as a student? My first opinion is that it gives us a lot of positive impact because when you try a job while studying, you will earn some extra money. It also gives you more experience and become more independent. Other than that, you can learn time management skills and have some self-confidence. However, I also have second opinion, which is trying out a job as a student will give a negative impact. Why? Because focusing on a job while studying may increase stress level and can have tiredness that it could take up study time. Not to mention that the student might have little time for social event and time with friends. But in conclusion, I guess it's better for us to look at this case in positive way, because it can actually help us to be a better person for the future. So, we finally have reached at the end of the video. Thank you for lending me your time to listen to my review. Thank you again and Assalamualaikum.